Hi, it's me again, and it's Friday. It's learning day. Today is class number 2 of the continuing education series that we're going to talk about here on our Crazy Oiler page. And I'm going to pull it up here so we can share the screen and get it all set up for you.
What are you calling, Mommy?
I've got my helper here with me, Xander. So today we're going to talk about class number 2 is daily vitality. So we're going to talk all about the supplements that doTERRA offers. Their lifelong vitality pack, which is a multivitamin and an omega-3 and stuff like that. So we're going to learn a lot about that today. So first, I wanted to talk to you about cellular health. So our body's health is dependent ultimately, when you break it down, onto each individual cell and the health of that cell. So we need to have good healthy cell replication. We need to have cells die at the right time. We need to have all these cells working properly together, so they work, a bunch of cells together forms an organ. Those organs all together form our organism of our human body. So we need our body, in order for it to be healthy, we need it to be healthy at a cellular level. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and how the supplements help support our body on a cellular level. So lifestyle impacts our wellness. We need to get good nutrients from our food. We need to supply those cells with the fuel that they need in order to perform the right functions, in order to behave the way they should, in order to replicate and produce new cells, in order for us to live. So we need to have a good nutrient intake. We also need to make sure we have the correct metabolizing enzymes. Enzymes are going to be things that help to break down our food so that we can use them properly. Enzymes help get the nutrients out of the food, and they also help to break down food particles and put them together to form different particles that our body needs. So we need the metabolizing enzymes. We're also going to need to make sure that we cleanse our cells on a cellular level. We need to cleanse the waste and the toxins that are in our body that we just get from, whether it's the food we eat, whether it's the environment that we're in. There's lots of waste and toxins that come into our body. Oh, great. That was the kids. And also, besides cleaning our cells, we also need to have a healthy intestinal flora. So we need to have the good bacteria in our gut. Because as you may or may not know, 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So we want to have a good, healthy gut. We want to have those good bacteria in there so that we can help fight off anything that gets in our body that's not good for us. So we're going to talk about nutrient intake. So specifically, I'm going to talk about the vitamins here for a minute. So we've got this right here, as you can see, the Microplex BMZ. That's the food nutrient complex. I also have some EO omega, which is your omega-3s. Okay, and then I also have some alpha CRS. So these 3 vitamins right here, when you get these together, these are going to be the lifelong vitality pack. They're awesome. The multivitamin, multi-mineral is going to have everything you need in it. The omega-3s are like your fish oils, and then the alpha CRX is a cellular blend. It's good for antioxidants. So when you take these nutrients with doTERRA, you go down to taking 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Sometimes people start out and they just take 1 in the morning of each of these 3 and then 1 at night. You can see how your body does with that, see if that's sufficient enough, but they're meant to take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. So I take these every morning and every night. And you can get these in packs. So like I said, the 3 together is going to be your lifelong vitality pack. You'll hear us say LLV. So this pack altogether at wholesale cost is going to be about $79. This is something I've learned I want to share with you. If you buy one of these by themselves, let's say you want to get the vitamins, all by themselves are $59. So if you want to save some money and also support your body on a cellular level and give your body all that it needs, it's really the best thing to buy these in a pack, because $59 for one, $79 for both, or all 3 of these. It's going to be the best bet. So I do the lifelong vitality pack. There is a daily nutrient pack that just has the multivitamin and the omega-3s in them. I just tend to do the Alpha CRS as well. One of the things I've learned about the Alpha CRS blend, it's their Cellular Vitality Complex blend. When you do good things, so when you exercise, you actually produce free radicals and you get damaged cells from your exercise. So you're doing something good for your body, but you're damaging your cells. So all the ingredients in this cellular complex blend, they're going to help fix those cells and get rid of the free radicals and that free radical damage and have a nice healthy cell again. So you think sometimes you're doing all this good stuff for your body, and that's great, but you also actually need to make sure you get the stuff to replenish what you use when you're exercising in the form of nutrients from your vitamins or the food that you eat, the protein, that type of thing. So a lot of people, when you start talking about supplements, there are some people that say, well, I eat a healthy diet, so I don't need supplements. You know, why do I need to take vitamins? But if you look, this is from 2013, so this was 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. The New York Times had an article about reading the nutrition out of our food. So what happens is, even if you eat a really healthy diet and you're really good at getting all your fruits and vegetables and you eat your lean meats and your proteins and all that kind of stuff, you're still not getting the nutrients from your food that you did, let's say, 100 years ago. People farming, it's just the way it is. A lot of farmers will put the nutrients back in the land. They will, and some farmers won't put the proper amount of nutrients back in there because it's money. It costs money to totally fertilize that soil again and get all the nutrients in there. And so just by the nature of farming itself, we are not getting the nutrients that we got from the ground 100 years ago. So if you're eating, let's say, a carrot, it's going to have a total nutritional value different than today than it was 50 or 100 years ago. It's just not going to have the vitamins and minerals that it had before. It's just kind of the way it is with farming. So unwittingly, as it says in this article here, we've been stripping phytonutrients, so the good parts of the plants, from our diet since we stopped foraging for wild plants some 10,000 years ago and became farmers. And it's just the nature of the beast. So when we don't have to go out and look in the wild for these things, we're going to lose the nutrients in the food. And a side note, that's one of the things I like about doTERRA. They go out and they find their essential oils in the place where they're growing wild, where they're growing naturally. And they harvest those plants. So for that reason too, just like this article, you're actually going to get a better plant. You're going to get better oil from those plants that are all around, found in nature around the world when you harvest them there versus, let's say, growing them by yourself in a greenhouse kind of environment. So, so the same reason why it's better for us to forage wild plants for our food, it's better for us to go wild, in a sense, go out in the world and see where these plants are when we get our oils. So who needs a multivitamin? Everybody really needs a multivitamin because we're not getting the nutrition that we used to get from our food. So here's how the multivitamin evolution went. Nowadays, there are so many people producing vitamins because they found out this is a moneymaker. Everybody wants vitamins. Let's everybody produce some vitamins. So when we started with vitamins, you can kind of have like a version 1.0. You can think about this as you think about your software. So that was your basic 1 per day vitamin. These vitamins are RDA based, which RDA stands for recommended daily allowance. And it's basically the amount of that vitamin that you need to not have an issue. So let's say for the RDA on vitamin C, it'd be the amount of vitamin C that you need to not have scurvy. So it's not necessarily, the proper amount that a healthy individual should have to maintain healthy cells and do all the stuff we want to do. It's just very, very low base level. This is what you have to have in order to stay healthy and not have an issue. So the RDA is based on poor quality, the 1 a day vitamins, poor quality. They're artificial ingredients in those vitamins. These are some things you can get at your local grocery store. Okay. Then people said, well, okay, if the basic 1 per day vitamin is not good enough, let's make version 2.0. And this is a comprehensive high dose vitamin. So they're thinking, well, that doesn't have maybe the right amount. It's kind of a poor quality vitamin. Let's just put tons of vitamins in here and put them at a real high dose. So the whole thought there is that more must be better. And today's state of the art, you know, so it's, if you know, this level of vitamin C is good, well then surely this level of vitamin C is even going to be better. And they jumped the river, you know, they jumped the boat. They went too far up with the high dose multivitamins. So more is not always better. There are long-term studies that show some side effects with some of these megadose vitamins. You have fat-soluble vitamins. So A, D, E, and K are fat-soluble vitamins. So if you get too much of those vitamins in your diet, then if you get a really, really high dose of them, they could cause some issues because you're not going to get rid of them. They could kind of produce some toxic environments. You could have some side effects. Vitamin C, vitamin B, those vitamins, if you get a whole lot of those in your diet, they're water soluble. So really, you're making your pee very expensive. So when you get a whole bunch of the water soluble vitamins, your body's going to use what it can use, and then what it can't use, it's just going to flush right out. So you're either, with some of these megadose vitamins, you're just wasting your money because it's going right down the drain, literally, or you could actually have some not so good side effects from some of these super high doses. So we should really be, if you look at this curve here, you don't want to be 1.0. That's not quite where you want to be. You don't want to be 2.0. You want to be right in the middle. And that is what doTERRA tried to do when they looked at their vitamins, when they were formulating these vitamins, these supplements. So this is a picture of what we get from an average U.S. diet. So you can see, for the most part, on our average American U.S. diets, we're not getting the amount of nutrients we need from our food, except for if you look at iodine and manganese. Copper, magnesium, calcium, iron, they're right there on the border, but from our food and an average American diet, we're not getting what we need. So you put the average diet with a common multivitamin. Some of those vitamins that are getting back to where we need to be, some of them went a little bit over. Then you get the average diet plus the high-end multivitamins. So as you can see here, we have vitamin levels way off the charts over here to the 400 plus range of the vitamin C, of the vitamin E, of the vitamin, or the thiamine, the riboflavin, that type of stuff. So what doTERRA did was they looked at all this when formulating their vitamins, and they said, okay, we don't want to have too much. We don't want to have too little. We're going to put ourselves right in this range. So they put the amount of vitamins, or the amount of each of these vitamins in a proper dosage on your bottle, so that you'll fall right in that range. And I know just personally from my use, I actually saw a holistic doctor about 7-8 years ago and had all my levels for my vitamins checked. And these pretty much fall right there with what I need for my vitamins. So they're really good to take. And we'll talk a little bit more specifically about them. So you've got your food nutrient complex, your microplex VMZ. And it's a food nutrient complex because the way this is actually formulated, when you take this vitamin, your body's going to see it and process it like it would food, which is really important, because sometimes when you take vitamins, if you're going to actually use some of the vitamins that you take to metabolize that vitamin, because your body doesn't see it as a normal food source, and it's going to take a lot more to break down these vitamins. So these vitamins are food nutrient complex. So when you take this in, your body's going to see this as food. It's going to be able to readily use the nutrients in these vitamins versus some others. They're going to support healthy metabolism and cellular energy. And remember, we said basically when you break our bodies down from an organism into systems, into organs in the system, and then even further down, we are just a bunch of cells. So you want to have good cellular energy. You want to have a nice healthy metabolism in your body. So these are great. They have the antioxidant vitamins. A, C, and E are your antioxidant vitamins. Also, you can throw selenium in there as a mineral. That's going to be part of the antioxidants as well. There are 22 essential vitamins and minerals in this bottle. And it's going to support healthy immune function. Remember, I said 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So you want to have a nice, healthy gut. And by supplementing your diet and making your cells healthy on a cellular level, you're going to have a nice, healthy gut. I don't know, Xander. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the EO Omega, the XE Omega. So,
That's for me, Mommy.
you want to see it?
No.
I love that. We'll talk about that later, okay? So we've got our essential oil Omega complex. Let's talk about this later, okay?
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later.
Mommy.
So,
Mommy, wait.
well, I'm doing my class, of course. Xander wants me to take care of some things, but we're going to keep going. So this is going to promote cardiovascular health. There's a ton of research out there on the benefits of omega-3s. Also, this is going to help support healthy joint function. So if you have some issues with your joints, you've got arthritis, you've got some damage in your joints, fish oil is really going to help your joints. So if you've never tried it before, try that. It will really help the joints. This is a blend of marine and land omega. So it's not only coming from the fish, but there's some from the land here as well. And it's going to contain astaxanthin. And I'm sure I mispronounced that, but it's going to have astaxanthin in there. And it does contain some essential oils. So this has clove bud, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile flower. So it's going to have some oils and the vitamins as well. And your alpha CRS blend is the cellular vitality complex. Talk about this one. This is going to help support your cells on a, it's going to help support your body on a healthy cellular level. It's going to provide mental clarity. It's going to also include botanical extracts to prevent stomach upset. So actually a lot of these vitamins have what they call a tummy tamer in them. In fact, the multivitamin has a tummy tamer. It's got caraway, ginger, peppermint for your stomach so that you don't have an upset stomach. I said there's some essential oils in the omega-3 supplement, and then this one also has the peppermint, the ginger, and the caraway seeds. So I have noticed a difference too, taking the vitamins, and then if I run out before my order comes in, if it's been more than like 3 or 4 days, I can tell my belly starts to have some issues. So this really does help just keep your belly nice and feeling good and nice and healthy. The other thing that doTERRA has, which I didn't discover until really a few months ago, is this deep blue supplement. And this is great for any kind of inflammation in your body. If you're somebody who takes ibuprofen a lot or something like that, try the deep blue supplement, the deep blue polyphenol complex. Now, sometimes when we talk about the supplements, you can take the oil and you can put it in the veggie cup and you can take it instead of the supplement. Not for this one. For this one, I would stick with the supplement. The wintergreen that doTERRA used to have, they didn't recommend that you take it internally. And there's wintergreen in the deep blue oil, and I'm not sure if the deep blue oil wintergreen has been changed or not. So just for safety reasons, I would take the deep blue supplement. Plus, this deep blue supplement, besides the deep blue oil blend, it also has green tea. It's got some grapeseed extract. It's got turmeric. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. And it's recommended that you take one in the morning and one at night. I just take one usually in the morning or at night, just to keep my inflammation in my body at a nice, at a level that's not going to bother me. So keep the inflammation down. If I'm really sore, if I've worked out a lot or I've just got a lot of achiness and soreness in me, I'll take one in the morning and one at night. I said what the oil, it's got the ginger and the curcumin and the resveratrol and other polyphenols to soothe aches and discomfort. And it's also got a patent pending on the Boswellia extract to support muscle and joint comfort. So really, really a good buy if you have some joint issues, which will, honestly, who doesn't have some muscle joint aches in their body? So really good supplement to have. And then we're going to talk a little bit about enzymes. So enzymes are important. Enzymes basically are going to help to break down the food and metabolize your nutrients in your body. And as we age, we don't produce as many enzymes. They just get damaged and we're not producing the enzymes that we did before. And as soon as you cook food over 170 degrees, you're killing all the enzymes. So unless you're eating a lot of raw vegetables, raw fruits, that type of thing, you probably are lacking in digestive enzymes. And if you don't have the enzymes necessary to break down your food, not only are you not getting your nutrients from your food, but if you think about it, if you can't break down your food properly to use it in your body, then you're going to have a whole lot of sugar in your blood. You're going to have a whole lot of protein. You're going to have a whole lot of fat in your blood because you haven't broken it down into a form that your body can absorb and use. Okay. So what I'm going to talk about is Terrazymes, and these are really, they might be my favorite thing with the supplements. I like the vitamins and what they do for me, but these I can tell a huge difference right away. So Terrazymes are digestive enzymes. They're going to help support healthy digestion of enzyme-deficient processed food. So unfortunately, we do a lot of, you know, in our diets we have a lot of processed food, so it's going to help to support that. It's going to promote gastrointestinal comfort and support healthy production of metabolic enzymes. So if you look at this bottle on the back, it's got every enzyme that you're going to make in your body, starting with amylase, which is produced in your mouth, going all the way through. The other thing this blend has is they have an anti-gluten enzyme blend. So if you have issues with gluten, this will actually help. So I have some mild issues with gluten, and it just kind of causes a lot of bloating. Sometimes if I've been having a lot of gluten, I can see like a high V rash kind of develop on my skin randomly. So what I'll do is if I eat something that has gluten in it that my body does not like, let's say pizza, because also dairy in general, I try to stay away from milk, but sometimes that gets in there too. So you can take one of these when you eat a meal. They suggest you take one every time you eat a meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But you can take up to 3. So if I've had something that I know I shouldn't, my body doesn't like, it has issues digesting them, I will take 3 of these. And believe me, it helps a ton. So what I'm going to do is take us off the share screen for a moment, and we're going to see we're going to see a little experiment here, because it's fun. Experiments are fun. So I have a little snack pack yogurt, and I'm going to use this because it's been in my fridge for a really long time. I bought it and we never used it, so they just kind of get shoved to the back. You know how that is. So I'm going to take the lid off of here. I'm just going to show you how these enzymes work. And we'll put it over here. So I've got just normal pudding, okay? Normal pudding, you know, your typical thick pudding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these just for time reasons. It'll work with 1, but you have to wait 5-10 minutes. So I'm going to take 2 of these Terrazymes. Okay. I'm going to open them up and I'm going to put it in here. So they're just these little veggie capsules. So I'm going to open it up. You can see, you can't see because I'm too far below the screen, but you can see it's like a powder. So I'm going to pour this in. Pour that whole thing in there, all those enzymes. Okay, all the enzymes. In fact, we're going to just see what one does. And if I need to add more, I'll add more. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to stir it up. Stir it up, 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 stir it up. Okay. And nothing really is happening just yet. It's getting a little easier to stir. I'll just put the other one in there for time reasons. So I'm going to open up another capsule. Okay. All those enzymes just start falling out. Pour this in there. Okay. Then we'll stir, 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 stir some more. Remember what that pudding looked like before, right? Okay, we're going to stir it up. That nice, I'm going to use the word bouncy, that nice bouncy tofu-like pudding. Now, after, what has it been, a minute or so maybe, is looking very liquidy. And the longer this sits, the more liquefied it'll get as those enzymes start to break down those particles in this pudding. So you can see already it's getting so soupy. So this is what these enzymes do to your food in your body. They break it down so that your body can readily use the nutrients in your food. See, now it's totally liquid. So take some enzymes. They are going to help your body I'm going to share the screen again. They're going to help break down your food so you can use it. You don't want to have sugars, proteins, and fats running around in your blood. You want to be able to break them down and use them. That's why you're eating that food, right? So we got the Terrazymes that I talked about. Put all my trash over here. And I love them. I love them. So if you haven't tried them yet, try some Terrazymes. Try yourself some Terrazymes. And we also want to, when we're talking about a healthy digestive system, we want to make sure, remember, on a healthy cellular level, we want to make sure we get the nutrients that we need. So we want to supplement with the Lifelong Vitality Pack or the Daily Pack. We want to make sure that we can use the nutrients from our food by using the Terrazymes, the Terrazymes to break down our food so we can metabolize our food properly. And you also want to make sure that you can clean the waste and toxins out of your body. We don't want toxins in our body. When we have toxin overload in our body, we have some major problems. So we'll talk a little bit more about the whole cleansing and restoring. There's like a cleanse and restore kit. There's a cleanse and restore 30-day thing that you can do with doTERRA. We'll talk more about that next week when we talk about weight control, but I just want to mention the GX Assist today. So this GX Assist is going to be doTERRA's product that helps to clean out the waste and the toxins in your body, okay? It's the first step in digestive maintenance program. So some people will do a cleanse type of thing once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, quarterly. For a while, I was trying to do it quarterly. It's probably, for me, more like 3 to 4 times a year. It just depends on what's going on. So this is going to be your first step. This is going to help clean all those waste and toxins out of your body. It's going to help support a healthy digestive system. And this is a blend of essential oils that provides a natural cleanse. So if you want to know what's in it, there is oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. So all those oils within this capsule is going to really help to clean out your intestines. And when I say clean out, this is what one looks like. It's not going to make you have to run to the restroom, but it is just going to clean out and just kill all the bad things in your intestines, all those toxins, all that waste and yucky stuff in your intestines. So when you take this as part of the 30-day thing, you would do this in the middle. Or essentially you could do it as soon as you start the cleanse, because all the time you should be taking your vitamins and your Terrazymes and stuff like that. But if you're doing a 30-day thing, then this is right smack dab in the middle, okay? And the other thing that helps you to detox or get rid of those harmful toxins and waste is Zendocrine. Now, I don't have the Zendocrine soft gel, but I do have the Zendocrine oil. The Zendocrine Detoxification Complex, the soft gel, is going to help support healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the liver, the kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. So that's how you're getting waste out of your body. Do you like my song in the background of Zendocrine? So your liver is like the vacuum of your blood. Everything's going to pass through your liver. It's going to filter through your liver. So when you've got toxins and bad things in your environment, they can pile up in your liver. Your kidneys are also going to filter things through your urine, your colon, through your bowel movements. Your lungs, when you breathe stuff out, that's going to be a detoxifier. You're getting rid of stuff that way. And through your skin. People don't think about it, but your skin is your biggest detoxifying organ that you have on your body. That's why your skin can really be insight to what's going on inside your body, because if you're having rashes and different kinds of things going on in your skin that aren't normal, probably means something's going on in your gut. You might have some issues with the toxins and the waste buildup. So Zendocrine, like I said, I got the oil. There's a soft gel. It's going to support normal self-detoxification functions of the cleansing organs, which are those that I've mentioned: liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. And like I said, I got the oil. And this is going to support the body's natural ability to rid itself of unwanted substances. When I take the oil, I don't particularly like the taste of it. One of the things that this oil has in it is, if you've ever heard me talk live, it's geranium. And I don't like the smell of geranium, and I certainly don't like the taste of geranium. So when I take this, I tend to put it in a veggie cap. So you saw me take the Terrazyme capsules apart. Well, you can buy empty veggie capsules, like $4 for 100 of them. And you can put your oils in there. So when you take some of these oils internally, if you don't like the taste of them, that's a good way to take your oil. It's also going to help support a healthy liver function. So For people who really have some issues going on, they're very toxic, you can take this internally in a veggie cap, and you can also put a drop right over top of your liver on the right-hand side. It'll help to support the liver that way. It's going to be really good for all those detoxification systems in your body. Also, lemon and citrus oil, which I don't have sitting beside me right now, are really good to add in your water on a daily basis. They're going to naturally help to cleanse the body. There's antioxidant benefits to the citrus oils. I add, and you've heard me probably say this before, lemon, orange, grapefruit, and lime almost every day to my water. And if I don't do all four of those, I at least do lemon and grapefruit. I was doing them for the flavor just because I pretty much drink water all the time. That's almost all that I drink. And I get tired of just plain old water. But then I started to look at the benefits, and all the citrus oils are very detoxifying to the body. The grapefruit oil actually really helps to curb your sugar cravings. It says that, and it does. Because I was doing it before I realized what they were doing, and it did make me want less sugar. So it's going to help with your sugar cravings and with your metabolism, and just help clean everything out. Your lymph system's going to be better with the citrus oil. So I would put some of those in your water every day. Make sure you're putting it in a stainless steel water bottle or a glass. Like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more about the cleansing and restoring protocol next week when we talk about weight control, so we won't spend a whole bunch of time about that today. The other supplement, the last supplement I want to talk about, is the PB Assist. It's a probiotic. So probiotics are good bacteria. So probiotics help support and replenish healthy intestinal flora in your digestive tract. And this flora helps the body to properly filter bacteria and waste before they enter the body. So you want a good, healthy digestive tract for that reason, because then you can filter out all this stuff, the yucky stuff that shouldn't be going into your cells. The good bacteria will help to eat that up, and so it won't be absorbed into your body. Also, if you ever take an antibiotic, please make sure you take a probiotic. And in fact, if I were taking an antibiotic, I'd probably take 2 or 3 of these a day instead of just one, because you want to replenish and have those good, healthy bacteria in your digestive tract. It's so important. So this PB Assist helps support healthy digestive function. It's going to create unfavorable environments for unhealthy elements. Like I said, the bad stuff gets in your system, and the good bacteria is going to help to eat that and get rid of it. And it's going to help support your GI immunities, because remember, 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So you want to have a good, healthy gut on a cellular level. You want to have good bacteria. You want to have enzymes to help break down the food so your body can process it and get those nutrients. You want to get rid of the waste with the GX Assist, with the Zendocrine. You want to help those cleansing organs to function properly. Healthy cells produce vitality. So vitality, by one of the definitions, is an energetic style or a healthy capacity for vigorous activity. So you want lots of vitality like Xander has. You can hear him in the background. That's all about our talk today. I do want to mention, of course, the LRP, or the Loyalty Rewards Program. That's always an option that you can use. And in fact, it would be, I would definitely highly recommend that if you're trying these vitamins, because these vitamins are going to go through and you're going to use them every month, right? You're going to need to replenish them. So if you do something like the vitamins, you definitely want to be on the LRP program. It's a free program. You can start it whenever you want. You can stop it whenever you want. But as you see in the screen right here, you're going to earn money back. So in the first, second, and third month, you're going to get 10% back on your order. So anytime you order, let's say for easy math, you order $100, then the next month you're going to get $10 that you have to spend on products with doTERRA. Plus, they're going to give you your shipping back, which right now, if you do a slower shipping, it's $3.99. If you go a little faster, it's $6.99. So you'll get that back every month. And then you build up. 4 to 6 months, you're earning 15%, 7, 9, 20, 10 to 12 months, you're earning 25%. And after you've been with doTERRA for a whole year, you're earning 30% back, which means that $100 that I spent at the beginning, I'm now getting $30 back for it. And I'm getting my shipping back. So you can use those points. They add up, and you can use them to get some of the more expensive products. You can use them just if you're getting a lot of product that month to offset some of the cost. And to maintain, to be on the LRP program, basically all you have to do is order something. Doesn't matter, there's not a money value associated with it. You just have to order something. I tell people, lemon is $10, a lot of citrus oil, so you can keep something like that in your cart. If you're doing the vitamins, that's going to be your LRP every month, plus whatever oils you want to order too. The On Guard toothpaste is another good thing to have in your cart, because you're going to go through your toothpaste all the time. And We'll talk more about that in some classes coming up, but I will say my children love that toothpaste, and they don't like any toothpaste. That's been an issue with us for years. My 2 older girls don't like mint, they don't like bubble gum, they've been picky. So Ongar toothpaste has been great. So in order to be in the LRP program, you have to at least order 1 thing a month. You have to order at least $50 worth to increase your percentage that you're getting back every month. So if you don't order $50, that's fine. Let's say you get to 15%. You don't order $50 that month. You're just going to stay at 15% the next month. But if you order at least $50, then you will progress, like it says in this chart, to earn more and more back on your products. If you are somebody who uses the oils and you've started to share them with people, maybe you've done it accidentally because you've been trying to help your family and your friends out. Maybe you've done it on purpose. You have to spend $100 in your LRP in order to get a check from doTERRA. Okay, that's the only difference with getting money from doTERRA. You don't pay a different price. You don't have to do anything special. You share your oils. You have an LRP. You have $100 in your cart every month, and then doTERRA will give you money when other people that you share your oils with, when they purchase oils, you'll get some money back, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then they always have a free product of the month every month, and you have to spend $125 or PV to get that product of the month, and you have to put your order in before the 15th. So there's been months where I get the product of the month, and there's been months where I don't need that product. That's just not something I want. Then I won't spend the 125. I'll spend the 100. And then other months they have, you've seen some of the promos. Maybe if you spend $200 this month, you get, these things free. So that's kind of how the LRP program works. You can pick the date that your order goes out. Like I said, you want to make sure you're placing your order before the 15th if you want to get the free product. And you can always ship your order early. So if you pick a date, let's say your date's not, mine's the 13th. I very rarely wait till the 13th. So I'm just always excited to put my order in. So I can ship my order on the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd. And then it will bump up, and then the next month it'll be set for the 13th again. So you can ship it out earlier if you want. The other thing I've mentioned, doTERRA will give you money if you share your oils with your friends and your family. So that's one way you can start getting your oils free every month. A lot of people with doTERRA, people that make a whole bunch of money with doTERRA right now, got into doTERRA to use the products. They really like the products, and they accidentally found a business. So even if you're not really sure, you're thinking you don't want to do this as a business, it might be something someday that kind of naturally falls into your lap. And I just want to mention it real briefly here, kind of how that works. Like I said before, you have to have your LRP at $100 to be getting a check from doTERRA every month if you're sharing and people are buying oils and you're putting them underneath you. There's 3 ways we'll talk about today that you can earn money. You can get a fast start bonus. So every time you enroll somebody, you get 20% of their order. And then if that person then enrolls somebody, you would get 10% of their order. And if that person then enrolled somebody, so 3 people down, you would get 5% of that order. This is just for the first 60 days. It's just to reward you for sharing with your friends and family. So that's one way you get paid. It's called a fast start bonus. Then you can get paid through the Power of 3 team bonuses. And those happen if you spend your $100. You've got at least 3 people underneath you, and those 3 people each spend $100 as well. You can earn a $50 bonus. Now, there's a tiny little catch here. Between you and those people underneath you, you have to at least spend $100, but somebody's got to spend a little bit more because your team volume has to be 600. But if that happens, then you'll get $50 that month for your team bonus. If you then just basically take that and duplicate it so the 3 people underneath you, then find 3 of their own people, and they all spend $100 plus someone spends a little bit more, their grand total ends up to be $600 in volume. Then if that falls into line, then you get $250 through doTERRA that month. You duplicate it again, you go down 1 more level, you can get $1,500 bonus for reaching that month. You only go down 3 levels, but it's just doTERRA's way to just reward you for sharing your oils and for getting other people interested in the oils. And so then the other way that you could get paid with doTERRA is they have unilevel pay. So you would just every month, whether you've enrolled somebody new that month or not, whether you made your team bonus or not, you get a unilevel pay. So At the level 1, so the people that are directly underneath you, you get 2% of that pay. And then when you go down to the 7th level, so you go 7 deep, on that 7th level, you earn 7% of that order, which maybe doesn't make a whole lot of difference to you right now when you're hearing me say that, but it's the reverse of how most companies reward you for selling their products or for sharing their products. So normally you would get a bigger percentage of the people that are right below you, and then it trickles, it gets less and less and less. doTERRA flipped that around for 2 reasons, and I love it. One is because they want you to help others. They want you to share. They don't want you to hoard everybody. So they actually reward you for putting people underneath other people, for helping to build other people up, which is great. And the other thing they did when they flipped that around, there's you can see, and like I said, we'll talk more about this when we talk about business stuff, but you get a whole bunch more money that way because you're earning 7%. If you look at that picture there, that power of 3 team bonus, you're earning, you know, you'd have to go down 3 more levels, and you're earning 7% on all these people that are on that 7th level. So there's a whole lot of people there. If you're looking at it like a triangle, there's a whole lot of people on the bottom that you're earning a bigger percentage on versus the people that are at the top, which that's how you want it to be, right? You're going to end up making more money that way in the long run. So some people share the oils, and they make a little bit of money with doTERRA, and they're able to pay for their oils every month. Some people then decide, you know what, I'm going to put some thought into this and some effort, and I'm maybe going to teach some classes, and I'm going to try to make some supplemental income on here. So they have different ranks you can kind of work towards. These are just some of the top ranks. So silver, and this was actually back in 2014, so these are a little outdated, but it's, when somebody hits silver rank, that month, their average income is going to be $2,125. When you reach gold, your average income a month is going to be about $4,600. When you reach diamond, your average income a month is going to be about $16,000. When you reach blue diamond, your average income that month can be about $36,500. And then when you reach presidential diamond, you can earn about $106,800 a month. So there's potential to make a little bit of money and pay for your oils. There's potential to make supplemental income to help just add on to the income you're making right now from your job. And there's potential there, if you want to go for it, to really make a good amount of money every month with these oils. So like I said, most of the time people decide to get into the business accidentally just because they share with people, and those people see it's all about helping people and giving them other alternatives to traditional medicine and the side effects that go with that, and some of the disillusionment where, you know, you're trying all these things and nothing's working. So there's just another alternative to offer them with the oils and the supplements, and you can make some money on it. So that's all I'm going to say with that today. Like I said, we will have business meetings periodically. So if you want to know more about the business, we can talk that way. Also, you can just reach out to me if you want to know more about that. But I just want to mention that today just because things happen accidentally all the time. So today we talked about the vitamins. Okay. And next week we'll talk about weight control. So we'll talk a little bit more about the vitamins there. And we're going to talk about things to eat, things to not eat, that type of thing. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned some stuff, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.